I'm Stephanie,
I'm Meredith.
and welcome to This Is My Circus.
I was distracted.
I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. It's okay. So it's Monday.
Oh, yeah, so this is going to be like a low energy.
Okay, so last week we had the little drinky drink
Mm-hmm.
and we had some great energy. And this week it's just a little bit different.
It's 9 a.m.
You guys are getting all sides of us, whether you want them or not. And I wasn't feeling good this weekend.
Yeah.
I think it's just allergies. I was helping Jackson cut his grandmother's grass and stirred up all that stuff. And then he's cut another yard and stirred all that up. So I'm just congested and bleh.
Yeah.
But
we did go to Jackson's scrimmage.
Thank y'all for coming. I'm sorry it was what it was.
Hey, it was just a scrimmage. They were getting all their, nerves out.
I guess. So Jackson played good.
Mm-hmm.
He missed one tackle, but I mean, he played all of the snaps on defense and he did his special teams, whatever he does on that. I can't keep it straight. Anyway, he did fine.
Mm-hmm.
But we just still have some kinks that we've got to figure out. Early season, preseason, and you lost so many players and you got new players and figuring out what works.
We're going to call this the rebuilding year.
Yeah. Well, Jackson keeps telling me, we weren't doing this. We weren't even doing this. Like, we were intentionally not doing specific things, I guess, that would give them more of an edge. Because, of course, there are other teams that are watching and scouting and stuff. So, I get it. But at the same time, I want to see them do really well 100% of the time. But that's not what scrimmages are for. But sometimes I have a hard time reminding myself of that. But thank y'all for coming.
Of course.
And then we left because we had to meet the bus back at the school to pick up Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all stay for a long time?
Well, we stayed and probably like a half hour after you left, it started raining and got like super windy. And I beelined it out of there.
Right. I would have too.
Yeah.
Like, this is not my kid. I am not. It's not even my kid's school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have totally.
But we did stay and watch York for a little bit.
Tayshawn.
Yeah. He has such a great arm.
I love that boy.
Yeah.
He's such a sweet. His family, they're amazing. Whenever I see him frequently, like our paths crossed because of the football stuff. They were at some camps together and stuff. And whenever I see him, just the biggest, most beautiful smile and gives me a hug. I love that boy.
Yeah. His arm is like, he can release that ball quick.
He can slang it.
Yeah. So they did really good. I mean, from what I saw, I was only there for a little bit of their game. When it started raining, I was like, nope.
Right.
I'm out.
Yeah, it totally would have been the same. Well, thank y'all for coming. I do appreciate it.
Of course. I love my babies.
I know you love your babies. And it was so fun sitting there and the babies coming up and talking and giving us hugs and checking in. That's always.
But I've been out of the football circuit for a very long time because Dylan stopped playing in his fifth grade year.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of the kids I haven't seen since then.
Yeah.
Like.
Right.
But yeah, it was good. It was fun.
It's still fun to see all the kids.
Yeah.
I loved going to the games, and it's so funny. We first got there, and I was talking to one of our neighbors' children. She's like 17. She's a senior, and her friend and a dude. And I was talking to them, and Brian just like went and sat down, like he was like.
Nope.
Yeah. So then I'm standing there, and then our team walked through because I was right near where the gate was. Our team walked through, so I was just like kind of fist bumping, whatever them. And then the other team came through, Burns, and I know one of their coaches, so he came up and gave me a hug. And you know me, we've talked about it. So, say hey to me. And Brian's just sitting there, and I'm like,
Meredith is doing her pageant wave,
pretty much. So, Brian and I were talking last night, and I was like, babe, I finally accepted that. You don't care that I do all this talking. Like, I talk to everybody. You just don't want anything to do with it. And you're just going to be patient and wait. He was like, exactly. I was like, well, then don't complain when you don't have people to talk to. Because he's always like, how do you know them? How do you know them? And I was like, well, I make my round. But anyway, I also had to talk to some people because the Adopt an Eagle program that the football team does, I have inherited that.
Oh, gosh.
Coordinating that. So I've been stressing out on that because that's a lot of players to try to find like I'm calling them mentors for lack of a better word, but like an adult to, come and hang out with them for a little bit. So
did you fill all the spots?
We have 5 spots left and it's only for the varsity players. So basically every Tuesday at like 6:30, they end practice and the mentors come and bring snacks and a drink or a meal or whatever, just hang out with their people. And they might text them on game day, just good luck today, that kind of thing. Just another adult to be in their lives, which I think it's a fantastic program. Yeah. So we have 5 more left. If you want to adopt an eagle, let me know.
I may actually do that. Every other year I've been like so
Yeah.
occupied and
I know, I
whatever.
get it.
So this year is a little bit.
Well, it might be a good thing to kind of help you have something else to focus on.
Yeah.
So I did it one year and my player ended up quitting like at the beginning of the season and nobody told me. So I kept taking my stuff and being like, where is he? Right. So I've never really even participated in this before.
So what did you do with your stuff?
I just like, because it was Tuesday nights, like I had to go do Jackson stuff. So I was just actually dropping the food and stuff. Like I would go buy stuff and drop it off at the point of contact's house. So I guess they were just giving it to somebody else. I don't even know, which is fine. I mean, but
the mom was like, "Oh, I'm hungry."
Pretty much.
His sacks
Right. Well, and I had his email address, so I'm sending him these emails and whatever.
You never responded?
Never even said I don't play football anymore or nothing. So anyway, no hard feelings. I'm not going to blast his name.
You totally look like you were going to blast his name.
Thought about it, but he wasn't a child at the time. So,
Well, when COVID hit and we did, they did the adopt a senior.
Yeah.
So I did adopt a couple of seniors that year. And of course, Dylan was like, get the football players because like, you can choose, who you wanted to. All the profiles were in the group. So we did adopt a couple seniors and we gave them huge baskets of stuff for college and a bunch of workout stuff, like workout gear. So they were super stoked. And I got like the nicest thank you card from the one of the kids.
Did you?
And he was on the varsity football team. And his mom actually had also reached out after that.
Who was it?
I don't remember his name. He had blonde hair, like longish blonde hair.
Okay, that's sweet.
But his mom had reached out and she's like, I cannot tell you like how appreciative he was when he saw everything that you had in there.
Oh, that's a lot. That's huge.
Yeah, so he was like super stoked.
Well, and of course they appreciate like all the things, right? But when the mom probably realized she had to go here to get this and here to get this, all the things. So I was glad we did that. I thought that was a cool program.
Yeah.
Let me know. You know the person in charge. I'm like, oh my gosh. How? Well, and I'll tell you how I got roped into it was
because you were such a sweet person.
Lies. I asked, has anybody heard anything about it? And they were like, oh, we don't think we're going to be able to do it. And I was like, you can't not do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, somebody listening better be ready to take it over like in the next couple of years because Jackson's leaving and I will just stop.
Well, you've always taken on like all of those important roles when nobody steps up, like you are that person.
Well, yeah, I'm a doer. Yeah. I feel better when I'm like doing things, like give me tasks. Let me do things.
And I used to be that way, and then like my life just imploded.
Well, you're allowed to have a change of heart in some things.
I did reach out to the mom in charge of all the lacrosse stuff for school and said
there you go.
More time this year if they need help.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
well, sometimes your energy just needs to be directed somewhere else, and that's okay.
like a booster shot.
Yeah. Let's go. Oh, have you seen those things where you just go get an IV of hydration?
So I went to Nicole's event.
Yes.
And there was somebody there that was doing the IVs and like the B12 shot.
Yes.
I didn't do it, but they did have somebody there.
I've always wanted to do the hydration thing. I don't know why. I feel like I would just feel like I was 20 years old again after I did that.
Well, and they said that it's like gives you so much energy and gives you so much whatever. And she like had all these little things that you could add to the
like
IV.
Different vitamins and stuff, minerals, whatever. How was Nicole's event?
So, it was really good. She did great. They had a panel of women talking about trying to find your passion in your work and that type of thing, like kind of getting through like the slump.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of entrepreneurs there, so it was good. They had different vendors set up. There was like a jewelry girl, like a little boutique.
Yeah.
The IV person.
Was it in Charlotte? Yeah.
But it was good. It was
good.
Yeah, she did wonderful.
Yeah, she's amazeballs.
Yeah.
Good. Well, before that, did you have a chance to read our book?
I hated it.
I hated it too. I don't even remember what the name of it was.
So I had told you I had borrowed it before.
Yeah.
And I got through about 20% and I returned it.
Yeah.
I did the same thing this time. I didn't finish reading it. I hated everything about it.
Okay.
I was like, nope.
That's fine. So do you remember what the name of it was off the top of your head?
Everyone in my family has killed someone.
Oh, yeah.
By Benjamin Stevenson.
Do we even want to read the blurb?
Well, we can in case somebody else decides that they want to. It just was not my cup of tea.
Yeah, same.
Everyone in my family has killed someone. Some of us, the high achievers, have killed more than once. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but it is the truth. Some of us are good, others are bad, and some just unfortunate. I'm Ernest Cunningham. Call me Ern or Ernie. I wish I'd killed whoever decided our family reunion should be at a ski resort, but it's a little more complicated than that. Have I killed someone? Yes, I have. Who was it? Let's get started. Everyone in my family has killed someone. My brother, my stepsister, my wife, my father, my mother, my sister-in-law, my uncle, my stepfather, my aunt, me. That is the blurb. I hated everything about this book.
So the only thing that I liked about you sound like you don't feel good either.
I think it's just allergies. Well, and I cried a lot last night.
Because of the scrimmage.
Yeah.
Because of Jason scrimmage.
No, I cried a lot last night because
I know
of my husband.
Yeah.
Ex-husband. Soon to be ex-husband.
Yes. So the only thing I liked about this book was the format. I like the way sometimes that the narrator would talk to the reader. I thought that was kind of quirky. Mm-hmm. I don't want every book I read to be like that, but it was just different. But I wasn't a fan of this book either. I couldn't follow it, really. Like, I don't know. All those people killed somebody. I don't know half of them what they did. I wasn't a fan. I did finish it, but I didn't like it much.
Look at my notes. I hated this book.
I hated everything about it. The characters, the layout, all of it, not a fan. I got through 25% and nope, don't want to read anymore. Life's too short for bad books. I'll say it again.
Did you read the whole thing?
I did read the whole thing, but it was more of a listening to it, picking up every third paragraph, maybe not even really focused on it.
Yeah.
And multitasking, obviously, while I was doing it. So it wasn't even something that I was really wasting time on. But I kept thinking I'd get into it and I didn't. There was parts of it that I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then it lost me. I give it a 2.
I give it a 0.
Okay, that's enough about that. So next week, our book is called The Woman in Cabin 10.
Yes.
And I can't remember who that's by.
Is it Ruth Ware, maybe?
Yep, it is Ruth Ware.
So you did not like one of the books that we have read by her before.
Yeah, but the cover of this book looks so good. So
I've read it before.
Okay.
I liked it, but I also liked the last book that you didn't like. So
well, I've actually finished it. You want to talk about it today too?
We can.
So we'll have 2 books today?
Okay.
Why not? I wasn't a fan.
We are harsh today.
We are harsh. Monday morning 9 a.m. is not the best time for us to do this. So it was The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware.
Let me read the little blurb so that the people know. I've read almost all of the books and I really like her as an author. I don't think that you do because 2 of the books that we've read you did not like. I'm
gonna cross her name mentally off my list. But like I said, the cover I get sucked in by the cover of a book and it looked really interesting and the premise sounded really cool.
Yeah. In this tightly wound, enthralling story reminiscent of Agatha Christie's works, Lo Blacklock, a journalist who writes for a travel magazine, has just been given an assignment of a lifetime, a week on a luxury cruise with only a handful of cabins. The sky is clear, the water's calm, and the veneered select guests jovial as the exclusive cruise ship, the Aurora, begins her voyage in the picturesque North Sea. At first, Lo's stay is nothing but pleasant. The cabins are plush, the dinner parties are sparkling, and the guests are elegant. But as the weeks wear on, winds whip the deck, gray skies fall, and Lo witnesses what she can describe only as a dark and terrifying nightmare. A woman being thrown overboard. The problem? All passengers remain accounted for, and so the ship sails on as if nothing has happened. Despite Lo's desperate attempts to convey that something or someone has gone terribly, terribly wrong, with the surprise twists, spine-tingling turns, and a setting that proves as uncomfortably claustrophobic as it is eerily beautiful, Ruth Ware offers up another taut and intense listen in The Woman in Cabin 10. So you hated this.
Well, let me take that back. I really enjoyed the last third of the book.
Okay.
When they started unraveling some of the stuff.
And what didn't you like?
The middle.
The first 2/3.
Well, actually the first third was okay. Trying to figure out, just getting going. It was okay. It pulled me in. It sucked me in. It wasn't the first page I was out. I felt oh, let's get into this. I'm going to like it. And then I kind of not got lost, but I felt like we were just kind of spinning in circles a little bit in the middle with her going on the tour of the boat with the dude and trying to figure out who did what and who was who and where's this girl and all the things. I just felt like it was a little bit of, I don't know, just dead air almost.
Okay.
But I did not see the ending coming. Did not see the ending coming, which again, that's probably what sucked me into the ending. It really, it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
When she got kidnapped, basically. Like that was like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So about that point on, I was really invested.
Okay. Again, I've read almost all of Ruth Ware's books, and when I started reading as an adult,
Yeah.
I found her as an author.
Yeah.
So it was like my first beach reads.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But all of her books are very, like, have a very similar, like,
format almost.
Yeah. And so that's probably why.
Do you remember which one we read by her that I didn't like? Do you know what it was called?
The It Girl.
Yeah, that's what it was. What were you, and I know you didn't read it, so I'm kind of putting you on the spot. Like, you didn't read it recently. Do you remember a lot about it?
Kind of. The way that she puts the story out is it almost makes the other characters in the story think that this person is crazy, right?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
They don't know what's going on.
Right.
Like there's something off with the main character.
Yeah.
And it's almost kind of like a Lifetime movie. Like a little bit, like, you know that she's not crazy. You know something's going on.
Right. But gaslighty.
Yeah.
And
yeah. And most of the books are like that, I think.
Yeah.
So, that's my life. So I relate.
Do you remember the ending when she gets kidnapped and she figures out what actually happened with the body overboard and all of that?
Vaguely. Remind me. Tell me.
Okay, so the girl that kidnapped her was wearing a lot of makeup.
Yes.
And it ended up being the wife that was sick.
Yes.
And then they threw the woman overboard. The husband had killed her and told her she was dead. But when she went to throw her overboard, she woke up.
Yes. Okay.
In the suitcase and all that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's just very different.
Yeah.
And what we had read before, and a lot of twists at the end with, wait, who are you?
Yeah.
Kind of with the makeup covering up everybody. And
so all the workers on the boat.
Yes.
Remind me, were they in on it?
No.
They were not.
They were not. And there were 10 cabins on this boat. So it was a very, very small ship.
Right.
And then the workers. And, okay, sidebar. That sounds like an amazing trip. I know we've talked about cruises and all the bad stuff, but private boat, 10 rooms, all the staff was so polite and attentive and, what can I do for you, monsieur? Or whatever, however they talk. And, I mean, just going around the world, that sounds like...
with your friends, because I feel like that would be like a bougie, like all of the people on there.
I don't want to be bougie, but I want the people that take care of me to be bougie and to make sure everything is, like, top notch.
Did you ever watch Below Deck on Bravo? It's about the super yachts.
Oh, I remember seeing it and hearing about it. Did you watch it?
I watched the first season or whatever.
It was interesting.
Well, it's just so interesting to see how people treat workers on the yacht.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are amazing.
Yeah.
But like some people are like super awful, but you're paying that much money, like you should get what you want. Like I get it,
right. But at the same time, it's
life.
Yeah.
We accept like the ups and downs, but like I guess if you have that much money, you don't have to.
No, but to me, it's just as easy to be nice or just nothing at all instead of just being nasty.
Yeah. The amount of money people spend
on
these like 3-day private yachts, whatever.
Did you ever watch My Super Sweet 16?
Yes.
And all the money they spent there? What?
Yeah.
Right. I heard that something like that might be coming back on TV or something.
I hope not.
No, I hope not too. I like to watch it because it was so far removed from what my life was, but I don't want to give anybody any ideas.
No. Moving on.
Definitely.
Did you hear about the French pickpocketers?
No.
I guess they have public health care.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were being flooded with people with like their heartbeats off.
Okay.
And an American was in France and had rigged 30 wallets because pickpocketing is big there.
Okay.
That for like they pickpocket tourists. And so knowing this, he went there. He had 30 wallets, I believe they said, that were booby trapped with like to zap people, and they were electrocuting the pickpocketers.
Oh my gosh! I'm picturing those things that you used to put the ring on your finger and shake somebody's hand. You know exactly what
I think it was like more intense.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because all these pickpocketers ended up in the ER, and so
it's crazy.
The police asked him why he was doing this, and he said that the police obviously don't regulate the thieves, so he thought that he should get a few off the streets.
gosh. Oh my gosh. I'd have been crazy with the Olympics just being in Paris. Like that might have been a bunch of
Yeah. Well, you know, like on TikTok, it says like search this at the bottom after you watch a video. And so I did that, and it showed all of these videos of people in France videoing the pickpocketer, like putting them on blast, their faces. Like, here's a pickpocketer after I guess they stole something from them. So yeah, I guess it's like rampant there.
Remind me when I go to keep my checkbook in my.
You know, France has never been on my bucket list.
It's on your list?
Yeah.
I want to go. I want to go. I mean, it's not my number one, but while I'm over there, I might as well see it. And I mean, I don't even care so much about like Paris or the Louvre or anything like that. I want to see like the countryside and all that. I think that'd be nice.
I did hear that because I have gluten intolerance.
Yeah.
But I did hear in Europe, because everything is so much more pure and fresh, that if you have like gluten intolerance here, it's not
a thing
over there.
That'd be nice.
And I was like, ooh, the croissants.
Croissants.
I don't want like the frog leg or whatever, and I don't want like the snails.
No.
But like, give me all the bread.
Cheese and bread.
Yeah.
And the good one.
I'd be good.
Fine.
Just give me a big old plate of bread.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I thought that was like super funny that he was like taking people out.
Yeah, I mean,
he was like the pickpocket
little vigilante. Vigilante.
Oh
my gosh. I just missed all the consonants just got switched around.
Listen, I am with you right now. I don't know. I always think it's like probably always been bad, but we have so much access to news in all other places now that we think it's awful.
Yeah.
But all these teachers getting arrested for inappropriate behavior.
Are you talking about like sexual?
Yes.
Or abuse, like hitting?
No. Like just like inappropriate.
Like touching and loving.
Yeah. You know, everybody records themselves or records other people.
Yeah.
So it gets shown a lot more. And I think that's probably, as horrible as it sounds, it probably was a thing forever, and we just didn't know about it.
Yeah. There does seem to be a lot of that kind of thing going on.
Yeah. But there was a music teacher in Texas.
Okay.
That was recording, not with children in the room, but in her classroom during school hours, recording footage.
Oh, okay.
And as well as in the bathroom.
Not okay.
No.
Not a good thing.
And then her boyfriend leaked it. I guess they got into a fight, or like they broke up or whatever. So she got fired, which she should.
Right.
But it just seems like it's been happening so much.
It does. I don't know why. I'm with you. I feel like I've seen it so many cases of teachers and students, and the ones that I'm seeing are lady teachers.
Yes.
And dudes in high school.
Yes, the female teachers like throws me off so much, and there's so many like super young teachers that are like just out of college or whatever.
Right. Well, and think about it too. A lot of the students are reclassing and doing that, so they're older.
Yeah,
it does not make it okay, but that just makes that gap smaller.
The whole thing just like it freaks me out to even think about, but
yeah,
I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if it was a principal or a dude on the school board, but hearing him talk, it was so funny. It wasn't supposed to be funny, but he's like, I saw the video, and all you saw was cellulite, and and I was like,
ugh. Right, could have gone without hearing that.
Yeah, so he was very like, but like with his like super southern accent, you know.
Yeah,
I saw that video, and all you saw was.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, you searched for that video too, didn't you, buddy?
Yes, he did.
You got what you deserved.
Yes, you did. You sure did. I don't know. Crazy talk. What in the world you got going on with Graceland over there?
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
This just happened. So a lady named Lisa Finley used multiple aliases trying to foreclose Graceland and sell it at an auction. She claimed that Lisa Marie put up the estate as collateral on a loan she didn't repay before her death.
Okay.
And that was in 2023. Law enforcement said that the loan never existed, and Lisa Finley took advantage making false documents and false court creditor claims.
Oh my gosh.
Just hours before the estate was to go on to auction, they found that the notary stamp signature was forged. That's how they caught her.
Crazy. Why would she do that?
Well, she was trying to sell Graceland.
Was she a realtor though?
No, she was just a fraud lady. But like that's such a big thing to like fraud.
Right. Why wouldn't you start with like some
Maybe
little
she did. Maybe this
maybe
is like her big like
she'd been working up to this one?
uh-huh.
Oh, Lisa Finley.
Yes. So she had multiple names, like multiple IDs or whatever, and
Oh.
steal Elvis Presley, and he was like kind of creep too.
Oh yeah.
Like
We're gonna make people mad with that statement.
well, Elvis and his like I mean she was like what 15 when they started.
I think she was 14 when they started dating.
Yeah, and he was like
he was older. Yeah.
So creeper.
Very much a creeper.
I saw a picture, and it could have just been a very, very, very look-alike person.
Okay.
But it would have been the same age, around the same age as Elvis. And he lives out in the woods in like Montana or somewhere.
Uh-huh.
But people in that area
They
like
think
swear that it is him.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, but he's like the same age that Elvis would have been.
Does he eat peanut butter and banana and fluffernutter sandwiches and whatever?
Yeah, but I don't know. But they didn't tell me the contents of his refrigerator or but
what good are you?
But the locals, when he goes to the grocery store and stuff, they'll say something like Elvis, and like he'll just kind of like smirk and like.
What if he says, "Yeah, mama"? I hadn't heard of that. That's really neat. Very cool though.
Yeah. So we had like a bunch of weird solar stuff going on, like and like we have like a blue moon this week and some weird celestial stuff. There is a farmer who has like a sunflower field. Yeah. And the sunflowers face the sun.
Yes.
All of his flowers face the opposite direction of the sun.
They're angry sunflowers?
Well, people keep saying there's weird stuff this year with all the.
Well, I knew when it was cloudy, sunflowers get confused and like all look different ways or whatever. But these guys just turn their back on the sun.
Yeah,
that's creepy. That's creepier to me than Elvis being in the woods, because that's nature. Like you can't fake that.
Yeah. And like he had the video of it and everything. He was like, "I'm just a farmer. Like I don't know like what's going on." He's like, "But I have had sunflowers for however many years, and this has never happened."
Oh, that's crazy stuff.
So, doesn't it seem like we have a lot more weather stuff going on?
Well, like the Northern Lights thing was huge.
Yeah,
that had never happened.
Yeah,
and that's just like the biggest one that comes to mind. How are the Northern Lights right here in the South?
Yeah.
And then, the storms and...
But I just feel like we've never had this many hurricanes a season, and we've never had as many tornadoes that are... Like, I just feel like it's happening so much more.
Maybe.
And I had said something to Brandon probably a couple weeks ago when the hurricane was supposed to hit, and he said something like they're weaponizing the weather. Like, they can shoot stuff up into wherever the atmosphere that causes shifts in the weather.
That's what the movie Twisters was about.
Yeah.
Some of it. So maybe they're actually can do that.
Yeah. So it was like they're shooting stuff up into wherever to cause these like super
storms or push them in a direction or cause extra wind. Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah. So
leave the weather alone. Unless you're going to like figure out how to stop like some catastrophes.
Or it's like cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Yes. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Just stand outside like with your mouth open.
Yeah. We've already determined though I can't catch them.
This is true.
I would just out like a big pot.
I would need like some like glass.
Oh, absolutely. Like the hazmat gear.
Yeah. Have you seen any movies lately?
So just Twisters. We went and saw that. There's a new show that I want to watch. It's called like Fire Country or something. Have you seen the previews for that?
I did. It's been out for a little while, right?
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't started watching it though. How about you?
I didn't. I think my mom watched it.
Okay.
But I didn't watch it.
Any movies?
I saw It Ends With Us.
What'd you think?
I read the book
right
when the book came out, but obviously book was better. But it was a good movie.
How gorgeous is Blake?
So pretty.
Yeah.
But I was super emotional that day. Like, I'm just always emotional lately. So I was like boo-hooing.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes it just it hit different.
But there's so much like drama with the cast.
Yeah.
That is going on.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of it.
So I thought it was interesting. Like, if you watch, what's his name? Justin Bellini or something like that.
Yeah.
if you watch like his promos for the movie
Uh-huh.
versus Blake's promos for the movie, it's like two different movies.
Oh,
And
how
they
that
don't do
compare?
any promos together because of all the conflict that was on set.
Oh, okay.
He is very much like advocating for domestic violence. He wants the conversation started, which this movie would have been amazing.
Right.
A great gateway to
Right.
that conversation. And he was very passionate about it, wanting to start that conversation. Now, if you watch Blake's promos,
Mm-hmm.
you would think it's a romantic comedy and like it's all about like fashion. So
What?
it's like so different. You would think it was two different movies.
I wonder why it's like that.
But she was the executive
Producer?
producer and he was the director of the movie.
Okay.
And they had very, I think, different directions. So Blake wants to become a director.
Okay.
And she was, I think, wanting to use this as like her
Step into intro.
And
but it's not a rom-com. Like
No.
there is nothing about that is that. And everybody who's read the book knows that. And
but how many people don't read like the books?
idiots. Imbeciles. Wow.
Yeah. So it's weird.
Did the movie come across though like the book?
Yes. I mean, there was
Okay.
definitely like
It was that vibe. It wasn't a romantic comedy.
no. I mean, there was parts of it that was, like
A little
whatever,
part
but
of
it
it,
was very much, like that was prominent.
That was the story, yeah.
So it was just such a weird like
That is crazy.
difference
Yeah.
of how they promoted the movie.
Yeah, I would think that the producer and director would need to be on the same page with the direction you're going.
Now, I don't know how true it is,
Right.
but Ryan Reynolds, who's Blake's husband,
Yep.
also rewrote a scene in the movie.
Okay.
And they were very, very buddy with Colleen Hoover,
Okay.
the author of the book.
Mm-hmm. Which people call her Coho.
Yeah. So there's two different endings to the movie.
Okay.
Don't know how true it is.
Right.
It's just like the gossip on TikTok. But because Colleen and Ryan and Blake were like so buddy,
Mm-hmm.
they went with Blake's, even though all the testing showed that Justin's viewed better with audiences.
Oh.
So then they haven't done any press together. Like they're both the leads in this movie. Normally they would be like,
oh yeah, well just like with the Bridgerton with Colin and Penelope all over the place. They usually kind of promo together.
So it was just a weird vibe.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah. So
we'll
see how that turns out.
Yeah.
It seems like the general audience is on Justin's side. Like they're not like loving Blake for this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because like you said, that's a great gateway to start the conversations or just for awareness on abuse.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So take that as you will.
Yeah.
However you want to view that.
Yeah.
But it was a good movie. I mean, I liked it.
Yeah.
We went on Tuesday and we got there like 45 minutes early.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't book it online, like our seats. We were in the front row. Like there was like booked like every single
on a Tuesday?
On a Tuesday at like 6:00. And then the girl was like, the next movies aren't any better. There's no seats.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Tuesday at 6:00.
It's not even like a date night.
Right. And like 6:00 for a Tuesday, like that's people are barely home from work.
So it was like packed. We were in the front row and I was like,
trying to take it
laid all the way back.
Yeah. Kind of stinks.
Oh, I mean, it was still good.
Yeah, I know, but
I
want my prime position.
Same. I didn't think about it though, but
I get it.
And then Dylan and his girlfriend were supposed to go see it yesterday, but I think they just went to the mall instead.
The mall.
Yeah. Remember like when it was fun to just get dropped off at the mall?
Too. And now I'm like, just give me Amazon.
I have to see people.
Right.
You ever see those things where it was like, I used to go party in the woods with a bunch of criminals?
Yes.
And now I'm afraid to go to the grocery store?
Yes.
Like, that is me. Like, I am that.
Those and the ones that are like, we drink in fields with Boone's Farm, and you guys are drinking your whatever. We are not the same.
Yeah, your twisted teas.
Yeah. Or what are the other things that everybody likes? The little skinny things?
Oh, the Claw.
Yeah, the
White Claw.
Yeah. Do you like those?
I can drink them. Like, I'm not a big drinker.
Yeah, me neither.
But if I drink, I want like vodka.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, I've seen those where it's like, there's another one that's out that's really funny. That's like, you ask why we're so upset. It's because we've had to switch from albums to tapes to CDs to MP3 player. Now we have to have a subscription for music.
Yeah. Well, did you see the 20-year-old, 21-year-olds trying shots of Everclear?
No.
Oh my God. Like, you guys are stupid.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know what I did wrong the first time. Somebody said I had to chase it with water. I'm like, no, just don't.
What are you doing?
Dylan and I were watching it together, and I was like, Dylan's like, what? I'm like, it burns me just watching it. It burns.
I had some friends that went to the Everclear concert, which I really liked them. And they celebrated by drinking a lot of Everclear.
Whoa.
I know.
The only thing Everclear is good for is going into like the frat house, big jungle juice, and the big giant trash cans.
Yeah. Ugh.
Horrible.
Oh, geez.
Those days are long gone.
Way, way, way gone.
But just the thought of it, I'm like, oh, and Goldschlager.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Then I saw a thing that said like there's enough gold in every bottle. Like if you like were to turn in the flex.
Yeah.
That you could buy another bottle of Goldschlager. Like the weight of the gold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about that. We drank gold.
Yeah. Yeah. So we knew the bartenders very well at the bars that we used to go to in college. And I am not a like straight drinker. I want it fruity. I want it tasting good, and I am a wimp. Like I don't want anything straight. So we had asked for a shot, and normally they gave us like a girly shot, like a lemon drop, or like whatever.
Right.
No, dude gave us straight Goldschlager. And when I tell you, and I just like pounded it back thinking it was like,
right. So then, right. Oh my gosh.
It was so bad. So bad. Oh, makes me want to throw up just thinking about it.
Oh, it's not worth it anymore.
No. But I'm like, what else can we do?
Right.
Anxiety medication isn't it?
That's funny. Okay. Am I the a-hole?
No.
No?
No, you are not.
Oh!
Yes, we are going to do it, but you are not the a-hole.
Okay, good to know. So here we go. This is from not a fun name, Lucy Rose. Am I the a-hole for not letting my psychopath little sister see my dog? For context, I had 25 female, recently moved out of my parents' house. My sister, 13 female, has always stole my parents' attention and in numerous occasions has proven to have psychopathic behaviors. For example, okay, they're British because they spell behaviors with like a U in there.
Oh.
I'm guessing. She has killed numerous family pets. My dad always has wanted to punish her, but my mom defended her, saying that she didn't know any better. Now, a year ago, I got my first pet. His name was Arlo. He was a golden retriever rescue dog, and he lived with me while I searched for apartments.
Oh.
He was about 5 years old, but he was my best friend. I've never been the one to have the biggest friend group, so taking Arlo out every day was what got me out of bed every morning. Okay. One day I arrived at my parents' house after work, but I didn't hear Arlo's distinctive bark. If something happens to this dog, Steph, I'm going to be pissed.
I didn't even read the whole thing, yeah. I don't know what's going on.
I thought the worst, so I ran to my room while Arlo was shaking and whining in agony. My sister had arrived after school and wanted to use Arlo as a pony, ending in a broken spine. In summary, he ended up being buried in our backyard a few hours later. Again, my mom didn't do anything. She said she's a kid, let her do what she wants. A few days ago, my maternal aunt gifted me a lab puppy, which I named Buzz. I posted a story on Instagram, but my family saw it, and now my mom can't stop texting me, said my sister wants to meet him.
No.
Told her she won't see him anytime soon. My mom didn't stop insisting, so I blocked her. Yesterday, I woke up with my dog barking at my face. Turns out mom had taken my sister out of school so that she could meet my puppy. I didn't open the door, but a few minutes later, my sister grabbed her school lunch, banging my window, almost breaking it. I told my mom to control her daughter, but she didn't respond. And I'm in shock.
Yeah.
My dog was terrified. I was too. Am I the a-hole? No, your sister needs lots of help.
Yeah.
Counseling, therapy, locked up.
So she did say, I had to call the cops to get them to go away.
Sorry, I got so distraught by this freaking story.
Updates. She clarified some things in the comments.
Okay. We live in the South Hemisphere. My little sister just got out from winter break, so she's not on summer vacation until early December. Oh, Australia, probably.
Yeah.
The pets that my sister had killed until now were numerous. Hamsters, fish, and a baby chip my brother got for his birthday. I left Arlo at home, locked in a space only I could access in the backyard. My mom's sister somehow got the keys to the gate, and she rode him. My dad's a pilot. That's why we don't see him around often from What I know, my dad's trying to get a divorce from her in full custody of my sister. Before burying him, my dad did take Arlie to the vet with me, where they discovered the spine injury. Then I confronted my mom, where she admitted my sister had been sitting on his back. Hope to update soon. I bought a Ring camera and I'm searching for a new apartment. Oh.
Here's the update.
Hey guys, so it's been exactly 27 days since I uploaded the story and it blew up. I can't thank you all for the support. And even though the comments got lots, some of you cared enough to DM me privately. Words can't express how grateful I am. Now, before I actually tell you what's been going on in regards to this, I wanted to address the comments that said the story is fake or used for creative writing, which were a handful. I'm glad your family life isn't as crazy as mine and that you didn't have to deal with this constantly. So the past few weeks have been hectic. I reported my mom to the CPS version there is in my country, and she is under investigation. Meanwhile, my sister's now under custody of my dad. I've been looking for apartments out of my city and not planning to give any of my family the address, much less a pair of keys. My maternal aunt, the one who gifted me Buzz, has been taking care of him this past few weeks because I was terrified of what happened and because right now I'm living in a hotel. There's not much to say, but I'll keep you updated soon. Thanks again for the support. Any suggestions are appreciated.
Like, she needs to be, like, locked up, the
Uh-huh.
little girl.
Yeah, that's like a Law and Order whatever episode where they have the trifecta of the animals and the... Yeah, no, I mean, obviously...
Serial killer vibes.
Right. I mean, we're huge dog animal lovers.
Yes.
So, of course. But still, injuring a living being like that...
And to be banging on the windows, like...
Trying to get in.
Yeah.
Girl, you keep yourself hidden.
And the puppy.
And the puppy.
Keep us safe.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't like that one. I didn't read it all. I just saw, like, the psychopath sister, and I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
This'll be funny.
We thought it'd be like our sisters.
No.
No, that was a little heavy. But anyway, take care of the doggos and
Yeah.
the puppies and the animals and the birds that sing bacon pancakes. You saw somebody commented that they like that bird too? Oh, I feel so validated. Okay, so our book next week, while we wrap it up, I have decided that it's a free week.
Okay.
Read whatever you want.
Okay.
Report back next week.
Okay.
We'll do like a book report. Not really a book report, but just exchange info on what we read, what we thought. If you read one or two, whatever. We'll just have a combo.
Okay. I like it.
Free week.
Free for all.
But not free, don't read. Reading is good for your brain. So you gotta read.
Listen.
You gotta listen. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you. Please like, follow on all the things. Subscribe to the podcast. Please leave us a review. 5 stars.
Yep, we love you guys. Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.